Forgive me. I didn't know you were Russian.
Brown bubbly water today, so early, hooray. Making it so stinky, the pinky in the brain. The countdown began, now I ran to start the show. For Rex, for Rex, for Rexy, Rexy, Rexy. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another fine presentation of This is Brown Bubble Pork.
Good morning.
Good Morgan. You want to have a Morgan Schwarzschild?
Uh, what was that word?
Schwarzschild.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now I recognize it. Completely unintelligible.
Oh, Lordy.
You got to cover me for just 2 seconds here. I got to shut down a server here. Just cover me.
What? Why do you got to shut a server down, man? What the hell? You got servers?
Be right back.
This guy got massive servers in his house. How lovely. Oh, man, this gentleman there, boy, he's a fancy pants. Got servers. I wonder what else he got. Oh, boy. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another awesome morning extravaganza of the Morning Pork, where we roast you up, fine topics, and all that other goodness. You may find us boring, but we don't give a damn. You may find us hilarious, and that's what we plan to do. You never know what you're going to get, but you will always get something enjoyable to drink with your coffee. Good morning, Rex. How you doing today? I know you're there. How's the weather outside? Is it still looking red and hazy? Crazy? Mazy? All kinds of cuckoos? Hello, thank you for calling my home. How may I help you? And now he mutes. Oh shit, am I keeping this shit going and I don't know how. I'm an untalented hack with a big old ego. But what can you say? The world is on fire over here. The world is on fire over here.
No more fire.
Welcome back there, buddy.
Forgive. I was doing some work, and I was hoping it would be done just before I could come on here. And so now it's all clear, fella. I did tell the wife yesterday. I said, look out! Here comes the brown bubble." And then she's like, "Oh shit!" And I'm like, "Come here, baby, give me a kiss." She's like, "Get out of here."
She didn't want your brown bubble.
No. I'm like, "Don't you love me, baby?" "I love you, but I don't love that smell."
She could have been like, "I love you, but I don't want to love you." Not at this moment.
I thought unconditional love meant everything. No, baby, that's not the case.
Oh, man. Excuse me.
How you doing this morning, Rex? And how you doing, Lou?
Slept pretty good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Woke up. Didn't want to get up, so I put my head back down into the pillow. Mm-hmm. Then I got up.
Well, sometimes that's the way the morning starts, right?
Yeah. Went, took out the trash, took a few steps, was doing me, you know. Then I decided to, while taking them steps, the brown bubble guts were coming, so I had to, you know, get back upstairs. Sometimes that's why I like the morning steps.
Yeah, it gets things moving. You get out there and taking out the trash and say, "Hey, these brown bubbles, this goes right with this stuff."
The brown bubbles started partaking, so you know.
Yeah, the body says, "Let's take out some of this trash too."
It did. It took it out all right. It took it out all right.
I got my mushroom coffee here again.
Okay.
Lou's like, I don't drink that crap.
Nope. I'm about to go get me some what am I about to go get me? I know I'm gonna go get me something to drink. Get me something to drink. And in other sporting news, the Miami Heat fell to the Denver Nuggets yesterday, 109-94. The Denver Nuggets now have a 2-1 lead in the NBA Finals. These NBA refs better get on their horse because no one wants to see Denver win.
Yeah.
And other sporting news, Lionel Messi decides to move to Miami to keep future in my hands. He is leaving the PSG, I think it was called, to come over to the MLS. So normally when they come over and start the MLS tour, they're on their declining final years.
Sorry about laughing there. I'm reading some of Rex's comments that I missed. Did you catch those?
The shutting down the server means taking a dump. My server is running great.
Yeah,
Well, if that is the case, I took my morning server this morning.
Yeah, that was
I shut that server down prior to the beginning of this show.
Yeah, that wasn't that kind of server. It was an electronical server.
Electronical. I'm stepping away to go get that morning drink and morning oatmeal.
Sounds like Rex having she still got some of that Trudeau haze going on over there in Jersey. World is on fire over here.
It is bad from what I'm hearing because I've got buddies that besides Rex, I got people who say that they fired me. They fire me, motherfucking dummies. Learn shit, monkeys. But he is he stays in Jersey and he still works in New York. And then I have other friends that live in New York. Plus my son lives in New York, and they're like, man, it's bad out there, like air quality wise.
Yeah, I saw you couldn't even see the skyline for New York from one of the images I saw.
Yeah, bro. There was an image that was put out. The bridge looked like it was foggy, but it was just because of all that haze.
Wow.
It is it's the brown bubble guts in the air.
I blame it on the provincial government of Justin Trudeau, that tyrant.
He Trudeau'd you, huh?
Yeah. Oh, hold on a second. I gotta go take a Trudeau. Oh, wait.
You can't go with me, man. You don't have a Bluetooth headset.
I have one, but I'm not using it.
It has to be a specific kind of work with this StreamYard. If not, it's gonna be shitty. It can't be the ones that work with like the phones and stuff.
Okay. So that's probably.
Oh man.
Yeah. So special hardware, huh?
Yeah, like I say, man, it's a beautiful morning. We woke up. Poured a good old cup of stew in the cup, released that son bitch sideways, and flushed it down the toilet.
Oh Lord, we're getting into the toilet talk again. So, do you have one of those seats that does the slow motion drop down?
Yes. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I've never tried the theory. I don't think so.
Well, when you
put the lid, I think the lid might be. It's just the plastic seat that came with the toilet. It's the elongated toilet. It's so many months old because they replaced my other toilet, thank God. And so, we're doing lovely.
Yeah, we got the ones where the seat and the lid just do slow motion drop down.
Slow motion for me. Oh man, so yeah, I'm sorry for ignoring you last night. I got tired of that damn talk.
No, I understand. That was just we were joking around. We were We're throwing out some funnies there, I thought, anyways. I don't even remember what some of those were. They were funny.
I
Yeah.
thought about one of them. I won't say which one on air, but I have
Okay.
thought about one of them.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, you gotta let me know.
I might let you know. I might not. That's the mystery.
We got a private chat, Mister. Hide the secrets.
But see, it's the secrets for me to know and you to find out.
Oh man, what kind of teamwork is that?
It's the kind of teamwork that makes the dream work.
Yeah, where's our friend Jason?
I guess he's not coming.
Poor fella.
Poor guy.
Stay
Keep
strong,
talking
brother.
while I take pills.
I will. You take expensive supplements and you make expensive urine. I think my supplements are actually good though, and I think I take vitamin K2, MK7. I want to say that's made from fermented chickpeas, and that's pretty good for me.
I
I'm
take
convinced.
fermented breast milk made from human
Ah!
titties.
Oh Lord, there's a reason that we can't drink that cow's milk. Who's the first one that said, "Hey, look at that cow over there. Let me try to get under that and drink some of that milk from that other mammal"?
I drink my milk organic. I refuse to drink any other milk if it's not organic.
Okay, how about A2 milk?
What?
So A2 milk is there's a lot of humans have problems with a certain type of casein, which would be the A1, and the A2 milk is different. The Jersey, I want to say the British had a mutation in the cows, but they had a higher production in milk, so it tends to be dominant in the United States. But some of the other parts of the old world had the A2 milk, which is less. There's less reaction to humans in
No,
the
I just
A2
drink.
milk. Yeah.
I drink the milk that doesn't have that ugly film in it that the regular whole milk has, and any milk you buy that's not organic.
What do you mean film?
You open up a regular gallon of milk,
Dude, I haven't
and
had. Yeah.
well,
Mm-hmm.
I know milk is expensive nowadays, so I'm not going to tell you to waste your money on a gallon just to look.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at a regular gallon of milk that's non-organic, it
Mm-hmm.
has a weird filmy substance at the top of it.
Oh, so like when you look see through,
What's that?
like the gallon's kind of see through, and you move it, and it's.
No. You have to open the lid. That's how I noticed it.
Oh, okay.
I never paid attention to it, but it's ironic how that milk has a shelf life of 2 weeks, depending on when you buy it. You could buy an organic gallon of milk, and the shelf life is damn near 3 months.
Well, that's interesting.
You see the difference?
Yes, I do.
So, do you do you see these guys drinking fermented urine? What the fuck?
Fermented what?
Jesus, urine.
No, please. No.
No.
Hell no. Hell no.
I won't drink no urine.
Who's gonna drink that shit fresh? Let alone fermented. Lord.
Disgusting.
What kind of shit is they smoking over there? The fermented urine. Don't even drink the regular stuff. What's the matter with you? I mean, if you're starving and you're in the desert and you're about on your last breath and say, "Oh, I need some cold water, please," and then you decide that somehow that urine is gonna somehow satisfy your needs for thirst, Lord, you're in a bad place already.
Indeed.
No, Rex, we have not seen the guys drinking fermented urine. There's all kinds these days, aren't there?
Boy, I tell you, sucky now. Boy, my son funny last night. Daddy, I'm not getting on tonight. I'm working till 9 o'clock. I'm like, damn, what's up with that? Because there's some work and we got to get it done. Plus, since I'm leaving early Saturday, I get to make up my hours. I'm like, that is correcto. You do what you got to do, boy.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling playing tonight anyway. I got a headache.
Yeah, Dad is looking so forward to the young man coming out.
What? Because we want to go see the Transformers more than meets the
Beer Can Island too.
the Bodie. Well, the boat is all up to how the weather is.
Yeah,
That's just how I look at it. I mean, granted, right now, the weather app isn't showing nothing going on Sunday, but the tide could be rough and it can be a little hard to get out there.
yeah.
But we'll see, Even if we don't go out to the island, we could still have a good time riding up and down the river. It's just he wants to get out the boat and get into some water. You're not getting into river water. That's just disgusting.
And you don't have to take your clothes off to have a good time.
Okay.
That's an old song.
I guess so. But I mean, when you do take your clothes off,
You best have a good time.
Hopefully, there's a woman involved and you're having a great old time.
Yes. And it's very healthy to sleep naked next to your wife.
Is it though?
Yeah. You get more physical touch of skin to skin, and the more release of oxytocin there is, and the happier you are. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Come on, baby girl, let's get naked. We got to sleep naked. Besides that, the chances of things happening are just increased a little bit.
You know what? That brings me back to a story one time where I had this friend in Miami. She came up to pick me up in Tampa to take me back down to Miami. And
I could have made a rhyme there, but go on.
She we slept naked in the bed. My shit in the middle of the night decided to, rise to the occasion, even though there was nothing partaken. And I'm like, yo, you want this dick? And she's like, okay.
Has a mind of its own.
Don't
let the little head do the thinking for the big head.
So I gave her the Sachi Chung.
I think that's a line from one of those Robert De Niro movies. So you gave her that, huh? The little chorizo?
Yep, I gave her some, boy. It was fun. She's like, you like this Georgia peach, huh? I'm like, yeah, baby. I'm giving it all that peachy juice.
So I don't know how we got on the topic of Barincan sausage, but we had this Puerto Rican place in Painesville, Ohio that we used to go to, and they had some pretty good Barincan foods. Blood sausage they had too. I thought it sounded kind of weird, but it tasted good.
Okay, and the moral of your story is sausage.
Eat that good Puerto Rican food.
I beg to differ.
Really?
I'm not heavy like. My mom was married to a Cuban, so she made more like Cuban style Spanish food for him.
Oh,
my aunt, the same thing.
Nice.
Well, I never really came up on Puerto Rican style Spanish food when I was coming up.
Oh, okay.
Like, it is ironic. I used to enjoy chicken stew, beef stew, all this shit. Now it's like I don't care for any of that fucking shit. Bologna sandwiches and shit. Nope. I don't even fuck with the bologna sandwiches no more.
When I was a kid, fried bologna, yum bellini, yum yum.
That just sounds disgusting.
Well, it tasted pretty good when you're a kid. That's a lot like mortadella. It's got the circular little pieces of. You ever see that lunch meat? It looks like a bologna, but it's got white little circles in it, which is fat.
Yeah.
That's mortadella. That pretty
is
good
disgusting.
Stuff. Yeah, but the bologna's a lot like that. And you fry it up, and it goes from a flat circle into a dome, half a dome. Well, a dome, dome is half a sphere. And then it turns into Tasty Pleasure Dome.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pleasure, pleasure,
Stuff
baby.
you ate when you were kids, you know. Of course, now all these processed meats. My wife loves mortadella, you know, and so like there's certain times of year we get like if it's the holidays or something, we had to struggle to find mortadella that didn't have sugar, corn syrup, dextrose, whatever the crap, whatever they call it, different ways of calling stuff sugar. It's like, man, don't want that crap in there. We want just some traditional. It
Boy,
is a
you
processed meat.
give me vibes that you was a big old lovely gentleman back in your day, and you're like, I refuse to become that man again. No
Mm,
sugars, no ads,
well,
no
just,
added this, no added that. Or you
just
had a really bad health scare,
no,
and
no,
you want to make sure you're like on the up and up.
no, just it's just a matter of coming into knowledge. I guess I'll put it that way. Realizing how perverted the food system is, and just how
Perverted.
corrupt.
Damn, the food is fucking each other, huh?
Well,
That's why we
that's
come up with some weird blends of food.
yeah. Well, I mean, just once you realize what's going on with the food supply and you see the ingredients, you can't once you can't unsee that kind of information. And so you start looking at the ingredients on stuff, everything's got sugar in it, man. It's once you go with a certain lifestyle because for just because you want to be healthy, just because you've come into knowledge, it's it's an enlightenment that you just I don't know, I can't see how you could turn back from once you get that knowledge. And not everybody's there, not it's not for everybody. Not everybody, you know, cares to live that way, but the long run, and that's where your long game is for health, I think. Anyways, but everything's got sugar in it. So we finally found an Italian deli that imported their lunch meats from Italy, and my wife asked them, "Hey, is this got dextrose or sugar or multidextrose, whatever the different names of sugars? Cane, pure cane sugar, organic cane sugar, or they'll even have different names. High dehydrated cane product, so different ways of disguising the name for sugar." And the guy's like, "Nope, here's the ingredients," and it was just like three ingredients. It's just plain and simple. It's salt, and it's meat. Should be like two ingredients, but it was hard to find. They really had to put some effort into it. Some good mortadella. That's her favorite. Well, no, prosciutto's her favorite, but she likes mortadella when the holidays come around. I like a cabagol. Cabagol. That's kind of nice. The one with the little spice on it. Anyways.
Mm, I guess. I mean, you got a point. Everything does have that azúcar in it.
Mm.
Oh, what the hell?
They had that recent study released that showed that sucralose, while it doesn't have a certain um, molecule in it, when your body processes it, that molecule is created and it's harmful. And that was the latest story. We don't give medical advice here, but I thought that was really interesting to see the data on the results from the study on sucralose, because it's made with it's basically taking the sugar molecule and adding a chlorine molecule to it, and it was thought to pass through without absorption. And while maybe it's not absorbed, it does turn there's derivative products from that are not so good for you. So I thought that was fascinating to see. I've always steered clear of the chemical sweeteners, and recently I just came across allulose, and of course the jury's all out on that stuff. But that's a natural sugar. That's a mirror image of the sugar molecule, and it's found naturally in raisins and figs, and so it's more likely that one's not going to have problems. And it took them a couple decades to be able to actually produce that, because it wasn't an easy process, I guess. But that's enough of that information, right?
Yeah, buddy. But no, it's good to know. I mean, for food purposes, some folks just don't get it. But I'm stuck in my old ways. I'm a picky eater, so it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, that's understood. And the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. While you start to take one step towards, I don't need this. Then you just get to a point where you're like, you start changing the things you do. You see that adorable little guy, your little peanut that comes over, and you start thinking, I want to be around for this little guy, and maybe I'll take some steps that help me to improve the long game. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? You can
The
just tell me to shut up, Lou.
well, I got some other news that I'm just not sharing yet. Neither, as far as but
Bad news?
no, it's never bad. It's always
That's
good.
good. I'm glad to hear that.
But my little peanut was at the pool yesterday having a grand old time. Granddaddy looking at the photos, and he is got the award-winning smile.
That's
Boy, this
awesome.
boy, he gonna love being in the water. But that's what you want for kids, man. See them happy.
Sure.
They don't know the troubles of the world and all that other stupid shit.
Yeah, and they don't need to.
Nope.
Yep. Maybe someday he'll be on swim team.
Who knows? But
Mhm.
I'm thinking his mama wants to put him in swim class
Oh, that's great.
to
Yeah,
teach him
early
how to
start's good.
swim.
Yeah, early start's good for that. Just like if you decide to get them enrolled in piano lessons when they're young, they'll never grow up and to become teenagers and say, "Oh, I wish I never learned how to play," to sight read piano. Those are the kind of little things that you can do that expand the mind, and later on, it's like somebody cared and thought about me and my development. Maybe. Hello.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm
Lose
letting
that.
you carry the show, man. I'm letting you have your moment to shine.
No, I just figured you're like, I don't know. Kai's take us on a tangent here, and I'm not sure.
No, dude, you need to have this.
Hmm.
Get your words out there.
Well, I don't want to talk too much, right? We got a balance here.
Nah, man, I need you to talk all the talk.
we'll
Talk all of it.
We'll have to start doing some show with some music in it. Oh no. Yes, sir. Sing us a song, Lou. We haven't heard you singing yet.
I don't want to sing. These clowns don't deserve a song yet. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. Maybe I
What are you
will.
talking
Maybe I
about?
won't.
Our viewers are among the smartest in the world. They are among the best character in the world. These are fine people, and we appreciate them. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel. It doesn't cost you anything.
It does cost you. It costs you 1 second of your time by going down to the bottom and pushing up that thumbs up button. Yeehaw!
That reminds me too, Rex. You got to let us know what your Twitter handle is and follow us on Twitter, man. We can send you out the clips where you can see those. We put the little clips out. We're gonna get a little better on those clips too, but
you're gonna get better on those clips. You're gonna stop using YouTube Clipper Zone.
That's right. I shouldn't say we. That I don't want to impart fault to Lou. It's my fault. I just got to get more time where I can go in and get the other program and download it and make the clips properly. And it just takes time. I think my little lady says she's going to try to help with that stuff, so I won't have to put as much time into it as I have been. In the evening, it's kind of a relaxing thing to do. Man, I got home late last night.
You went out last night?
No, I didn't go out last night, but I was on the other side, like an hour away, doing a bunch of work. My wife was out. I drop her off at this big shopping center before I go to do some work. And oh man, we were out that way until then. We're like, okay, we're gonna hang out here for another half an hour or 45 minutes because it was rush hour. And so then we ended up getting home a little later than usual. But then I started making some clips, and apparently I made a bad clip on one. Somehow I didn't copy the link right, or I pasted it wrong, and maybe one of the letters just got chopped off or something at the end, but the link was bad. So I resent that out this morning. Hey, you guys aren't retweeting and liking. We got to have a team effort to get this stuff more popular and more folks out there to see these wonderful audience members we have here.
Look,
And
man, my ego don't let me retweet and like things sometimes.
really, your ego? You're too good for that? Is that what you're saying?
I'm too good for Twitter, if you knew what I mean.
Yeah, but sometimes we do the unselfish thing when we're trying to help grow something that we.
But see,
Yeah.
I'm not an I am a selfish person. I don't.
Wow,
That's
we're
just,
all selfish to
why do
some
you
degree.
think? Why do you think I did what I did? Because I'm a selfish individual.
No,
You know?
I don't see you
My
that
ego
way.
is so big, and if it's not my way, well then fuck you. Hello. Look, man, I got off of Twitter yesterday. I didn't want to see the fucking app.
Well, you had a headache too last night, so I understand.
Yeah, man, fucking. And then I'm dealing with this back congestion that's just been annoying me.
In the back of your throat, in your sinuses.
Yep.
Yeah, you know one thing that I found that to help and is to do. You ever see those bottles with the rinse?
Oh yeah.
That shit helps. It's a pain in the ass. It's not pleasant, and you taste the crap. Some of it goes down your throat a little bit, but it does help. And so it's worth a shot, man. I found it to help me, and that's the only reason I'm telling you about it.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll
Yeah,
think about it.
yeah. In the
Hello.
morning, this stuff's cheap. They got like little packets, but at some point you can just make your own with, salt water too. So
Ooh, the water of salt. Oh, gargle it, bitch. Gargle it.
yeah, that's where we all come from, salt water. That's why we always live near the water, typically. That salt water. Get me some fresh squid out of the ocean. Cut it up. Let's get some tasty calamari. Yum, Bellini, yum, yum.
Yum a dum dum, come. Dugga dugga don, dugga 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 don.
You like calamari?
Hell no.
Really?
The
You
fuck do I look like lacking fucking
you
octopus?
you like shrimp?
Okay, shrimp is shrimp.
Similar texture,
I
different
don't give a
flavor.
fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm not eating them with suckies on them.
Oh my god! I'm trying to eat this thing. It's got a suction cup on my tongue.
I'm
Nah, it's
good.
not like that at all. What I hate was when I go, like one time I was in London. I went to this Chinese restaurant over there, and I got calamari with something, and usually you get calamari. It's like a piece of the big arms, it's cut up. But this place, all these like tiny little calamari, it's the size of your thumb, with all these little like arms coming off of it, and it's like gelatinous and shit. I'm like, man, this is not what I thought calamari was gonna be. And I'm just like, man, that's not my version of calamari. My version of calamari is the circular cylinder pieces that are cut. Those are delicious. I like it that way. It is hard to find that though. That's not imported from a country that's maybe less desirable in terms of standards.
No, I
But
don't
I
really.
love some calamari. If you open your mind and give it a shot, you might be surprised.
I
One
don't
good.
really like seafood like that neither.
Oh, but you love shrimp. You said.
That was back in the day.
Okay, I don't eat much
I
shrimp either.
enjoyed it. Now I don't really eat much shrimp because every now and then my gout will flare up,
Okay.
and I could thank my grandfather for that shit. And so you stay away from certain things, and shrimp is one of them things that can cause me to,
Mm-hmm.
cause it to flare. Granted, I haven't had it bother me in a while, but I'll eat a
Mm-hmm.
shrimp here and there,
Mm-hmm.
but for the most part, I don't really
Yeah. I,
partake in it.
yeah. It's funny because both my wife and I, the last few times, and we've only had shrimp like I don't know, maybe 4 times in the last 10 years, something like that. The last few times we had shrimp, we we've both had bad dreams. Wake up in the morning like bad dreams. It's like that. If that ain't telling us something, I don't know what is, man. And it's each time we had the shrimp. So I don't know if it's just because of the way they're fishing them or they're farming them or what the heck. But each time it's like that's enough to keep you from eating something. It tastes good, but it don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? You get bad dreams
Yeah.
for something. There, you got there's something going on there,
Something's going
which is
on.
strange.
The shrimp is acting dumb. It's coming round your belly, going something ain't right. Uh, uh, uh.
We like some shrimps at Walmart that work there as employees.
That's right.
Shorty got a face full. See, now those are the kind of clips I'm talking about, Rex. Man, you get some of those little precious moments, those little gems from the Belly Pork Nation.
Yep. I don't know, man. Shrimp is shrimp. I like shrimp scampi. That's my kind of shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, that shrimp scampi from Red Lobster is so delicious.
Coconut shrimp.
Nah, I've eaten coconut shrimp before. I'm not a coconut person, so I don't really mess with the coconuts.
So you don't put the lime in the coconut.
I don't like cocoa, and
I see.
I like distributing nuts. I don't like eating nuts.
How about how about the coconut oil? You don't mind that, do you?
You can't
Can't
do
really
much
taste
with coconut oil because it doesn't yield. It can't get too hot.
No. That's where you're mistaken. You're thinking olive oil.
Well, I know
Coconut
olive
oil.
oil too.
Coconut oil has a really high smoke point. It's just expensive.
That it is.
Yeah.
It's so expensive. You're
Mhm.
fucking like, what the fuck, man?
And that's one of the ingredients in that ice cream I was telling you. My wife makes this non-dairy. It's eggs and coconut oil. The recipe calls for MCT oil. It's called bulletproof ice cream. She makes it a little different than they do, but
I got a bulletproof.
that's quite well. It's quite a treat to have something that is kind of nice when you don't eat all the stuff that bothers you, so to speak. If you have trouble with those things,
No, not really. The only oil that bothers me is that damn Asian oil, that MSG.
Oh yeah, monosodium glutamate. Yeah, it's a type of sugar. That causes problems for us. We can't have it. That's why I was telling you when she makes those bacon wrapped water chestnuts.
Yeah.
Those are usually soaked in soy sauce, and that's usually got some MSG in it sometimes, and it certainly has gluten and stuff in it. But we got the coconut aminos, which does the same job and tastes really good. That's a nice treat. I think you'd like those.
It's a treat. It's a treat for your feet. It's a treat to be neat.
It can't be beat.
No, it can't.
When you're on your seat, you're eating your nice red beet, and your shoes have a cleat.
She's a bad woman.
Bad woman. She's a bad woman.
Yes, she is. She's so bad, you don't know what to do.
Bad. That sounds like a song. She's so bad.
Oh, man, but yeah. Oh, where were we?
I don't know. It took us on a tangent again. Lordy.
Today's one of them days where you want to go out and play. Just one of them days.
It is one of them days.
It really is. Nothing in the news side. Oh, you know what? There might be something in the news.
Oh, there's always something in the news.
A high-speed chase in Indiana ends in a crash, leads to drug bust. Let's see what else. Kanye West threatens to remove Jay-Z from Donda for skipping stadium listening party.
Oh my!
Kanye.
You just dishonored him by not saying yay.
God.
The artist formerly known as Kanye.
He's Conde. And in other sporting news, Chris Paul is going to be waived by the Phoenix Suns. Oh boy, pastor charged with filming women showering. Film girls as young
What?
as 14. You are a disgusting piece of shit.
I love women and I love Jesus, but somehow I'm trying to mix the two together. What's the matter with you? Some kind of prevert in a pulpit? What the hell?
You're supposed to be spreading the gospel of the Lord, not filming young little girls.
Yeah, no
Fucking
shit.
pervert.
What part of would Jesus do in this situation? I mean, really? Jesus would not be taking cameras in the showers or changing rooms or whatever it was.
So a mother and daughter allegedly butchered grandma with a chainsaw and cooked her remains on a grill.
Oh my God. Are these the same people that are the witches in the outside eating the carcass?
No.
This can't be real. This is just unreal, man.
This society is weird. Pro LGBTQ versus anti LGBTQ brawl erupts as parents fight over Pride Month curriculum. I'm sorry. If June is Pride Month, then why the fuck does it need a curriculum? There's no school. School is out. I don't want this shit being taught in schools.
Well, my stance on it is we're talking about adult sexual behavior. There is no place for any of that content, discussion, or for that matter, celebration in with regard to children. And so, I don't have a problem with people that have these practices, and that's their business, that's their bedroom. But when you start talking about celebrating something that's a very small percentage of the population, exposing children to sexual content at those ages, because that's what you're doing when you have a month that's called Pride Month and you're exposing children to this publicly, it's sexual content. I don't care how you look at it. That's the truth. You can try to tear it apart any way you want. It's the truth is that that's exposing children to sexual content. And it's that simple. Now, they can do what they want in the bedroom. I don't care. It's not like I want to take any rights from people, but don't shove stuff in people's face.
That's my point. Like, yeah. I'm so sick of it. It's being forced down in certain television programming and in movies. Now
indoctrinate the children.
It's being forced into schooling. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. We're all about
Why
love.
are you trying to teach kids to
we're all about love
and all this other dumb things on it to each like no, you fucking dumb sickos.
Yeah, if you love the children, you understand. That's the way I look at it. Mm-hmm.
Like I have a daughter who is, has a partner. And they're not that in your face with it. They're just two regular people.
Yeah, and nobody has a problem with that.
No.
Well, some people have a problem with that, but most people don't. Nobody wants to get in your bedroom, man.
This just whole let me shove it down your throat agenda is getting tiring.
Yeah, like the whole world has to celebrate with us. It's that, and there's all this virtue. It really comes down to virtue signaling. Like, look how progressive I am. Oh, I accept this, and I'm willing to do this, and look at how wonderful I am. And nobody's got any colognes anymore. Nobody's got any balls, so to speak, to say, hey, maybe there should be some limits in terms of how you want to project this on the children. Maybe there should be no sexual content that goes to children. I mean, that is common. That's like the.
I didn't learn about sex ed until high school.
I know. I had it when I was in Catholic elementary school. I want to say 8th grade. They sent a letter home to all the families, and the parents had to say your child can participate in this class because they wanted to give the Catholic Church's perspective on sexuality to children at that age, 8th grade. I mean, it's probably around the right age. It was somewhere around there, somewhere between 7th and 8th grade.
Think about it, it kind of is because kids nowadays are having sex at fucking 12 and 13 years old.
Right, and so some of the parents said no. So that just shows you that parents have their own ideas of what they want for their kids, and if you don't respect and honor that, man, you are way out out of line. Out of line when you disrespect parents' will for their children. I mean, that is the only thing you can truly leave behind in this world is children, your kids. And you think that the government's place or some other administrator's place is to tell you what their children are supposed to learn at what age with regard to mature material? That's crossing the line big time.
And I believe I was in the 10th grade when sex ed when I got
Hmm.
that elective.
Hmm.
Huh. Because I know one of my electives was also driver's ed.
You know, one of the funny things was is in grade school, some of the worst behaved kids. I mean, they were like just the wild ones. Their parents are the ones that said they couldn't go to the sex education class. It just seemed kind of weird. Like the worst behaved ones couldn't go to sexual education class. But when you think about it, the parents are like, "My kid's bad already. I don't want him thinking about any of that stuff." But which is an ignorant decision, of course. But at the same time, you could see that if they're really worried the behavior's bad, they just maybe in their heads they think that not tell them that. And you'll see friends of yours with their kids, and you see how the kids manipulate them and they
If your
cave.
kid is bad, then it's on you to whip your kid into shape.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's
Like
the whole
whoop that
point.
kid's ass. See, this is what's wrong with society now. They don't believe in whooping their kid's ass. See me? You fuck up, I'm getting boy, you wanna catch this foot up your ass.
Well, I look at it as a last resort, but it's not, as long as the the use of the violence is not intended to harm or to it's used as a tool as a last resort, and it's measured. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
It's not a tool that's used, to cause harm. You're not
Hmm.
whooping your kid to like fuck them up.
Hmm.
You're whooping your kid to teach them discipline.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
whooping your kid to teach them respect.
Yep.
You're not gonna go out around and be disrespectful in public because I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
I had a cardinal rule with my kids at a young age. When we go in this store, you don't leave my side. You leave my side, I'm gonna whoop your ass in this store, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, when
And
I
then I
think,
always told them, don't ask me for nothing because you ain't getting it. Now, if I choose to say, hey, what do you want? You get one little item, and that is because I want to buy you something, but you're not going to ask. Not every time we come to the store, you're expecting to get a little treat because that's
yeah,
that's not how it works.
right, you got to condition them. That's right. They get a perspective as to what's appropriate, and that's how they get that perspective. You take them to the store, they see all this stuff. That's just normal, and you got to teach them. I remember when I was a kid. You get the. I think I used to hear, "You keep that up, you're going to get a crack." You know, I was like, okay. And then the other thing was you got to stand in the corner or you go to your room, that kind of thing. And then it
That
was like,
fucking timeout bullshit doesn't work.
well, wait a second now. Then there was the belt. Okay.
Oh, I've
So
had the belt.
yeah, so the belt, and I'm not saying this is right, but this is where I grew up. I had the belt, I had the crack, the hand on the bare ass whack, and I got to the point where I was like, because they'd send you to your room or you got to stand in the corner for a certain period of time. And I don't know about you, but you got to the point where you're like, well, that crack hurts and it stings, but then I can go on my merry way and just do what I want. And it got to the point where you would rather have the crack than go to your room or stand in the corner, you know? So it's funny because once a child gets to a certain age, it's actually more effective to do the other things. It depends where they are in the development, I think. But I found that like, oh no, please, I would tell them, don't smack me. No, no, don't crack my ass. No, no, not the belt. So that's what they would choose. Yeah, because once you get that over with, you can go back out to the park or go to swimming. You know, get outside and play with your friends. Just
Nope.
get it over with. You're just like, okay, grin and bear it. So
My
it was
mama
kind of the
had
opposite.
my mama had the My stepfather had this thick ass leather belt that I fucking hated.
Oh, you think that's bad? What about the ones with the little steel the rivets in them? Oh, brother, those.
I fucked
Oh,
the rivets. This leather belt, once it whooped you, it was peeling skin off of you.
it was thin.
So that belt there, boy. As soon as I saw that belt, I was already crying.
Yeah.
Please, mama, don't. Please, mama, don't. Whack! Oh, mama, why?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Like I'm trying to teach my kid now. My kid, he's 24 and he is a sore fucking loser. And I'm like, boy, you're not gonna win every fucking game. We're not gonna win them all. We're gonna lose some. We're gonna win some. It's just have fun. Nah, I want to win. I'm like, yeah, I want to win too, but god damn it, maybe that's my fault for not putting you in some activities as a kid. I was too caught up with having to work and make sure you got everything you needed instead of
Mhm.
taking a day or two out of the week and putting you in a sport to teach you what it's like to lose and win as a team.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say though, I mean, if we're comparing, I think he's way better off than the kids that got the trophy for participation.
Oh yeah, that's just stupid. Don't give my
Yeah.
fucking kid a
He's
trophy just for participating. No,
right.
if he
So
didn't earn that trophy, you don't get that trophy.
so I admire him in the perspective that he's got the drive. He wants to win. He's unsatisfied if he doesn't. I think that's good. But like you say, it's got to be in measure, right? It's got to be in measure.
It's a fucking video game. We ain't winning money.
No. Well, but it's the drive is there. He wants to achieve. That's a good thing, in all of us, the human spirit.
I mean, I was fortunate, man. I won a lot as a kid, but I also lost.
Yep.
I lost and I won, but I won a lot more than I lost. But still, that losing was good motivation to keep winning.
Yeah, the winning's sweeter when you come off a loss. That's for
Like
sure.
I took the biggest L, and one of my teammates, I was invited to try out for the All Star team one year, but that year I was coming down to Tampa to spend time with my family.
Mm-hmm.
So I told the coaches, I'm like, look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm not gonna be able to participate because I'm gonna be out of town. But I still would like to, partake in the event and showcase my talent. So be it. They didn't pick me because they already knew I was leaving. But my one friend didn't know that I was leaving for the summer. And he's like, how did y'all not pick him for the team? He was the best one out here.
Yeah. Politics.
But at the same time, it's like, I'm going out of town, so I'm not going to be here. They understood that.
Yeah.
But when your friends don't know nothing, they're like, damn, no one from our team got picked, even though he was the best fucking player here.
Right. They see an injustice. They don't see the logic and the reason behind the selection. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But, and then like I said, one year I get pulled out of class. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm playing for another field. There's this coach that comes. He's like, yo, I've seen you play, and I want to recruit you to my team. And stuff like that. I'm like, look, I'm going to be honest with you. It's up to my parents. My parents got me signed up over here. It's not my call. He's like, look, if you ever decide to come to this park over this way, I want you on my team.
Hmm.
I was good, man, and I wish I would have never stopped playing. That's one of my only regrets in life.
Yeah.
I don't regret anything else in life, but that is the one thing I do regret.
I have a similar. Yeah, I have similar regret. I was a wrestler in junior high school.
Oh, you like to get in between them thighs.
No, I like to win, and I think the best thing about the wrestling sport is is that you are coupled with people that are nearly identical weight as you are. Now you might be different heights and different builds,
Yeah,
but
but it's
you're
the same weight
yeah
class.
the same weight class. So it's really a great category for children of all sizes, to really compete and gain
That's really
skills.
competitive.
Yeah, and to get in the best shape of your life. Dude, I can't believe the number of push-ups. I used to be able to climb that pegboard with my arms, climb up a wall with the pegboard, and like it was nothing. Climb the rope with just arms only, going all the way up to the top and back down. I mean, you got into such peak performance and shape. Sit-ups like out the wazoo, push-ups out the wazoo, two times a day training. I mean, it was just really intense. Anyways, so during the wrestling seasons, I won a bunch of tournaments at the end, and I was in junior high school, and being of low economic means, I decided that I wanted to make some money, and I wanted to have some money to spend, and so I got a part-time job after school, and because dude, I wouldn't ask my father for change when I was growing up. That's how tough things were. And so I didn't follow it on. I didn't go into it in high school. And that's when you could have got scholarships, and you wouldn't have had all that student loan debt back in the day. So I have regrets too in that regard. But it sure taught you discipline.
It does. Trust me.
We had to run around the basketball players, man. I hated that. Basketballs be in the gym, and we'd run around the outside of the gym while the basketball players are practicing. We got to run, man. Then we used to have to go up the steps. There'd be two sections of steps going up to the second floor of the school. Okay, and so we had to run up the steps, up and down. The hard part is once we got done with that, then we had to carry the person that was behind us in line up the stairs and down the stairs. Now, my position was just below the heavyweights.
So you were what, a light heavyweight?
No, I mean, you're wrestling at like 167, 175, and above that, then you going like these are the guys that are over 200, 220. These are the big dudes, and I had to carry them up the stairs and down. So most of the other categories, you're only carrying somebody that's 5 or 7 pounds more than you. But like I was at the top of that category, then heavyweights are above you. It's like holy hell. That's where you're motivated to get down in weight, and believe me, it's like you're like at 2% body fat at that point. So it's not like you can drop weight at all. In fact, you get dehydrated just to weigh in sometimes, which isn't the brightest, but that's what you do.
I
Be
mean,
competitive.
dude, I think back, it's like I said, I was talented in baseball. I definitely know I could have at least made the minor league.
That's cool. And
I'm
that's
not
hard
going
to
to say I
do.
would have. I don't think I would have. I won't say I would have made it to the majors because you just never know.
The minor leagues means you had super talent. That's how competitive baseball is. Minor leaguers are absolutely supremely talented. The major leagues, that's a whole nother echelon. I mean, it's just so that really tells you something. You were that good.
So, because my stepfather, when I didn't have games, he had a group of people that they would get together and they would go play in a real size stadium,
That's cool.
and he would let me go out there and play. Granted, they weren't pitching. You gotta understand, I'm fucking 12 years old. They're not gonna pitch me. These dudes are throwing 90 plus miles an hour. They're not gonna throw the ball that fast at me. Granted, maybe they should have because that would have helped my hand-eye coordination.
Mm-hmm.
But just that experience alone, going out there and chasing down fly balls and shit like that, and running that long ass. Think about it, dude. From home plate to first base on a regular size little league field is like cakewalk.
Yeah.
When you're running that shit in like
Yeah.
a minor league type stadium, you're like, this shit's never ending. Holy
Yeah.
fuck!
Yep. That's the real world. Yep.
But it was the experience. So that experience helped me in my baseball. But then, like I said, we moved to Florida, and I lost that urge because of the whole winter ball thing, which was stupid in my case because that would have just only made me better,
Yeah.
being able to play year round. And then I started picking up basketball. I was good at that too because I was athletic,
Mm-hmm.
so had a vertical leap that was insane. Because when PE in high school, you were just playing with the guys and shit, and the coach, one of the PE teachers, was also the basketball coach, and he says, "Watch, he's like, you got some skill. It could be a little refined. I wasn't the best basketball player, but I'm out rebounding dudes a foot taller than me
Mm-hmm.
and blocking their
Cool.
shots. So that was always fun. Oh,
Mm. That's
sending their
hard to
shit
do.
to the other side. Not when you can jump,
Mm-hmm.
but it was just the funness. He's like, man, if you ever think about trying out for the team, you got a spot. And I never really took him up on that.
Hmm.
You think, well, am I really going to get playing time? And my thing was, my grades would have never let me stay on a team. My grades were
Yeah.
horrendous. I wasn't a good schoolboy.
Your grades might have been better though if you were in that physical conditioning.
I don't know, man, because I was just more of the wanted to fuck with the chicks and not go to school.
Yep. I straightened my
So
shit. Yeah. I wasn't the best student in the high school, but I straightened my crap out after I got out of high school because
uh,
I was working at Kmart and I'm like, this ain't for me, man. I got to do something better.
oh, so you worked at Kmart in high school. I worked in Kmart just out of high school.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
I worked my graduate like I didn't even go to school my senior year. I skipped it. So I started working in Kmart my senior year. I believe it was 94. 94, 95, like right around that timeline.
That's like, yeah, I was the same age.
So I was like, fuck this. Get 40 hours a week. And this is when minimum wage was $4 and change. Yeah, folks. You heard it here, folks, man. You've
Yeah.
heard it here for her first, folks. Back in the day in the 1994 area, minimum wage was about $4.25 in the state of Florida.
My first job was a paper route.
Now, I never did the paper route thing.
Yeah.
Well, folks, we're going to put a pin in this lovely extravaganza. Thank you for tuning in to another fine pork in the morning
Yeah.
pork.
Thanks for joining
We'll
us.
maybe be back tomorrow. Who knows?
Ciao. Ci
$1 million.
vediamo.
Rex, you
Nastrovi.
have yourself a good old grand morning. Stay safe in those fight the air quality conditions. Get the air purifiers rolling in the house. Keep the air pure. But
Skål.
thank you for tuning in, and have a wonderful day.